Hello there, good afternoon. You're watching Proactive London, and joining us this afternoon, I've got Richard Lloyd with us here, along with today Phillip Clarke, joining us from MINEXIA, which owns 100% of the NR private market platform. Well, good afternoon to you both.
Good afternoon, Katie.
Hello.
Hello. So let's get stuck in, maybe starting with Rich then, because we've seen you come in a few times. You've been interviewed with some of the people that you're working with, the companies that you're vetting. You're either raising their profile or raising money with them. So it'd be great for our audience to learn a bit more about you and MINEXIA itself, why you built the platform, and really what it's all about then, Rich. So far away.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to present ourselves. I think for the last 12 months, we've been presenting mainly mining companies and one fintech company with you.
Yeah.
And that's the progress that we've made. This platform, as I think I've told people before, has been 4 years in the making and has really got going over the last sort of 18 months. And we've now done 10 deals, 10 mining deals worth 15 million sterling. Mm-hmm. And we did our first fintech deal with High 55, just closed the other week. And that was a second, we did 2 lots of raises for them. So things are progressing very, very well. You know, we're breaking even, we're making money, we're making a profit, and we're doing our own raise now and why Phil has joined us today, to build out our wider capabilities within the infrastructure, the IT, etc., and just deliver a much smoother platform. Every time we do a deal, we learn something else. So that's really the crux of the matter at the moment.
Rich, you've said in the past that it's a level playing field for investors and a transparent method of raising for the issuer. Can you maybe expand upon these comments for our audience here at Proactive?
Yeah, absolutely. We provide, it's a free to invest platform. We only have sophisticated and high net worth, so you self-certify you're a sophisticated investor or high net worth, so we don't do restricted retail. And we are FCA regulated underneath Ragnar Capital, so we have an authorized representative status. So that's quite important, the compliance side and the checks and balances, etc. But the level playing field is exactly that. We're allowing our investors early stage free access to private, pre-IPO or even listed deals that ordinarily, you know, perhaps you and I wouldn't get to see. The broking community in the City of London or in Perth or in Toronto or wherever it may be isn't generally ringing you and I to invest in these early stage deals. We get to see it much later on, and the price has already gone up. Mm-hmm. So we vet the deals. We're not recommending anything, but we've gone through the deals and we've, you know, gone through it with a fine tooth comb, and we're happy with it, and we're happy enough to put it on the platform, and then the investors can make their decision then.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of 2020, it has been quite the year, as we all know, with COVID, of course. Of course, we've seen the markets, especially today even, recovering. In terms of your platform, how has that performed and perhaps benefited in this environment?
Yeah, it's a good question. We have benefited from it. It was a real, you know, in unfortunate circumstances, it was a catalyst to our growth, as is the development of sort of digital conferences, if you like. Mm-hmm. People see the ability to understand companies on the platform. The information is all there. They can make an investment decision. The documents can be clicked and signed on the platform. There's no requirements for telephone calls backwards and forwards and paper flying backwards and forwards. So it is the new age. That's why Phil's here as well, to make all that smooth. And it just enables that ability to get going quickly. And yes, as you've said, the market has improved as it recovered through the crisis. The gold price certainly has increased. Mm. And a lot of our investors have seen the benefit of that. And our issuers have seen the speed that we can finish off a deal and close a deal for them. 13 minutes was our record. We were given a deal one morning for a listed company. Mm. We closed our allocation, if you like, within 13 minutes. So people have to be quick on the button as well.
Absolutely, that's the record then, is it now? 13 minutes. All right, let's bring Phil into the fold then now and just see what the Chief Technical Officer at MINEXIA does, because, well, you've got a big role there. Can you explain maybe the challenges that you face and sort of the infrastructure as well that goes into making a successful platform?
Sure. So where we've started off so far is really building a minimal viable product, an MVP, and that's allowed us to test a number of things and effectively utilize a number of different off-the-shelf technologies, combine them, bespoke them, and produce something to assess how it works and the best way to move forward. And certainly, what we've found is that there are a number of platforms that attempt to do parts of what we're trying to do, but there's nothing out there that we've found that has a joined up user experience around content, transactions, contracts, regulatory checks, all that stuff all in one place, in a way that's flexible enough really to support different verticals and different client needs. I think we found that it's from their experience much easier to build something that isn't that flexible, and that's what we're looking to achieve in our next phase of development.
Excellent. And presumably when you talk about the next stage as well, with each deal, you're sort of learning something new, you're tweaking with this support and IT all the time then, I would imagine, Phil.
Absolutely, and that's key to what we're architecting in this next phase. So in building the MVP that we have so far, we've been observing how users use it, the importance of flexibility and scalability. So what we've been doing is designing a platform that's built from the ground up to be flexible, where changes can be made and rolled out very quickly without affecting an underlying engine that's at the heart of it.
Let's go back to Rich then quickly and talk about your vision for the future then first, and then we'll come back to Phil.
Yeah, Phil touches on that exactly. We're doing our own raise at the moment. Mm-hmm. We've budgeted for a little bit more marketing, but mainly the build out Phil's going to get given a load of rope to build out our own 100% of our own capability. We sort of subcontract the engine of the car or part of the engine of the car, but the rest of it we've built around it. And now we want to have, 100% ownership and IP of that entire vehicle. We can change things a lot quicker ourselves. And that's, the raise we're doing at the moment that's going to be live until mid-January is raising only £350,000 in order to develop that. The vision for the future is make it even swifter. The more investors we have, the bigger the deal we can do, the bigger tickets we can do. And also, we are investigating a secondary trading capability with a joint venture, so that even with the private stocks that we have on the platform, now that we have that volume and that critical mass, is our investors can trade what would be in a liquid stock before they get to the IPOs, which is generally what our private issuers are looking to do. They're looking to IPO in the next 12 to 24 months. But sometimes our investors need to get out of a position, and we want to be able to give them that capability as well. That obviously requires a few more swan's feet under the river or under the water, powering the swan on the surface. And as long as you don't see the feet, it all looks quite smooth.
Exactly. And the person that makes that look smooth is obviously Phil. Your vision for the future, your vision for the future as well, and sort of your other additions to the product suite as well.
Sure. Well, certainly it is that next step into taking what we've got as designed architecture and infrastructure on a roadmap, which builds upon the knowledge we've gained through building and putting out there the MVP, to build an entire infrastructure around this that's more flexible and gives unique features that just aren't available in the marketplace right now.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much indeed. That is Richard Lloyd there, joined by Phillip Clarke today here on Proactive London from the NR private platform there at MINEXIA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katie.